Don't you love it when you know where everything is for everything and then you was wrong? I looked for 4 hours for that new wristband bearing. I knew I had it because I bought 6 of them. A lot of that stuff I buy a few at a time because you need them. It's nice to put one in. This is Kyle's and Kyle Davison. Good lad, works hard. 372 Husky. Another one. We're gonna do a few of these. Go do 385 to a 390 conversion. Uh, I've got a few of the 372s due right in a row. So as long as you don't get bored watching them, I'm not gonna get bored building them. I have a lot of luck with these. I really do. I really like that saw a lot. Now Kyle had something really quite interesting. Let me blow this cylinder off. It's sitting on the bench. He had 50 millimeter Molly cylinder, and there isn't anything wrong with it. Just a little light hone, just a little zip, 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 and that's it. Uh, but I tell you what he didn't have is it had an aftermarket piston. And if you want to know the truth, it looked a little suspicious to me. Uh, I didn't want to run it. I said I'd rather put an OEM. Let's put an OEM. Well, I'm going to tell you what I got. And I don't know if you can read this or not, but I'm going to try to get it where you can. Right inside that piston there, it's a Maui. This single ring. This is actually for 371. They're the same saw. I like the single ring pistons quite well. Honestly, this is a new old stock. You probably can't read it, but right there it says made in Germany. And that's good enough for me. I like the piston quality. Now, I've been telling you guys, I think I've told you a few times, but I'm going to tell you one more time anyway. On these pistons, any of them, I break the edge right here. You know, any of them sharp spots, like right there and there, I just blend that. Okay? And then I chamfer, all the way around the barrel, bottom and top. You can see where I did it. Just a little chamfer. Now, this would just have to be laying there. This style, yeah, that one got cooked. That was out of one of the last saws I built. I really chamfer. I roll that round pretty good radius there, and then I do the same thing. And hopefully you'll eliminate that to a degree. What happens is you'll see small little marks in your cylinder, brand new, and they're caused from a sharp edge. And all it does takes just a little dust or just a little anything, just sawdust or just anything in there, or something out of your muffler. Remember, clean your muffler out. That's not a bad idea if you were using the same one. We're doing something good for Kyle's muffler here. He wants to go a little fun with this one. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. We've been building these big bore saws with great success, but I haven't forgot how to build a 372. I haven't. So anyway, you seen what we did there. Now, what I need to do now is I got to put my piston on the pin. You probably won't see much of this, but you see me do that before too. I was just going to jinx myself, and I'm glad I didn't say it, but most of the time I got that. I've done enough of them where I just know right where that wrist pin is, but this one didn't just pop right on like normal. Okay. Piston's on. Maybe I can turn you down and you watch a little better. Okay. I want to make sure I don't have any dust. These dust particles, you'll get 3-4 thousandths off of that. When you put that base that cylinder on there, try to get it a little clean. Now I've already checked my clearance, and I'm pretty good to go. And we're fairly clean here. No ring. Not the first time. What I'm actually trying to accomplish is I want to check squish. I want to see what we got. So, I get my little pliers. You probably can't see that. Let me turn that around. These back ones, I'll just kind of grab them with my needle nose and put them in from right here. They're, I get my bingo. Okay, you want to be in that side? Well, we'll do it in this side then. That works for me. I ain't gonna fight with a bolt. I'll just go the way it wants to. I make sure my threads are clean. I've already cleaned them, but it don't hurt to do it again. These are actually a fun saw to build, but quite honestly, by the time I get the next 5 of these done, and then go through that 390, I'm gonna need a break from these. They'll drive me bonkers. Doing the same thing for too long ain't good for anybody, is it? And now I just put 2, and I leave that just a little loose. I'll show you some tricks again on putting these stupid things together to make it a little easier on you. And all I do is just kind of rock that around as I'm tightening them. And it'll find its center. They ain't got to be super tight right now. Now remember, your motorcycle engine assembly silicone is 2 to 3 thousandths if you're doing a base gasket delete. That's what it ends up being. Okay? So I like to see on this size saw 20 all the way 28. I don't even care. That's all the same. It ain't gonna make a lot of difference. First thing I'm gonna do is, okay, so far we're not having any problems. But I got a compression either. I wonder why. But so 20 to 24 is ideal. I don't want to see under 20. So if I've got 18 thousandths, I'm not going to worry about it because I know I'm going to be at 2021 with the silicone. That's something kind of nice to remember. I use this electrical solder. I think it's 63 thousandths, I believe. And it's fairly soft. Curl that right up, about like that. Where it goes in, you know it's coming in contact. You gotta get your piston down. Okay. Once you did that, I support that and I just wheel it. Don't do it just once, do it a few times. And then see where you're at. Okay. Get my verniers. Hope I didn't leave them in the house. That'd be embarrassing. They're right here. Yeah, I can't wait for Sunday. I have to. There we go. Clean Sunday. Really clean. Okay, let's see what we got. So darn blind I can't see without light. When I get overtired, oh God, it's terrible. Okay. We have 26. So that's going to be 28. And I don't want to do anything about that. I'm willing to go for that. Okay, so the next thing I have to do is put the degree wheel on this. And we'll port it. And we'll have Kyle run and saw here directly. But first, something I like to do to all these is I like to check that carb right about the same time I do this. I want to see what the carb is. And we'll find out. So we'll get our little handy dandy little wrenches here. I think today's one of them times I need a sandwich and a nap. That's amazing. You know, that's funny, through the years, some of these had a little bigger screw and some of them had a smaller one. This is one of them with a smaller one. And let me get rid of this magnetic tray. Boy, when you put a magnetic tray on a table that's got nuts and bolts on it, you ain't losing them, I can guarantee you that. I guarantee. Okay, I'm going to stop here a second and go over on the other table and get the right tool. Okay, we did it. I got what I needed. Kind of get this doohickey off that thingamabob. I don't use power tools on saws. I know some guys do. I'm not knocking them. If they got them set up right, I'm sure that's not a problem. But I like the natural feel of things. I really do. I think it's you got to keep in mind what we're trying to do here is we're taking saws that other people really won't build and wouldn't want to, and we rebuild them. We're trying to get some more time on them. In some cases they will run as long, and if not longer, than a brand new saw. So there you go. I got something I got to get. Okay, we'll give you one of these, Kyle, and you'll thank me for it. Get these at Wolf Creek Saw Shop. They're actually a Chinese saw. Old Farmer Tech makes these. They're aluminum. They don't deviate like these plastic ones do. What happens, the plastic ones, if they're over torqued, they bow up right here and break that seal. And sometimes just over time, from the heat and cool cycles over the years, that'll go ahead and distort because it's plastic. Well, guess what? These don't distort. I'm real happy with dealing with Ryan at over there, the Wolf Creek Saw Shop. he's been really, really good to us here, and he helps us. And he does get something out of it, we know that. But I tell you, if you don't do these carburetors early, yeah, that's going to work, ain't it? I always check every one of them. I don't care if I know a saw run great. You want to jinx yourself, don't check that carburetor. If you got that kind of luck and it works for you and you don't have to worry about it, then good, man, you're better than I am. But 1 out of 4 times, I end up going back in the carburetor. So that is the way it is. Gotta be just a little careful right here. See, that's a classic. See, you get a lot of sawdust in there. That don't hurt none. A little light air before I even put my finger on it. That diaphragm's nice and soft. I like that. That makes me feel good. Just gently pull that off. Sometimes it don't take much. Sometimes it pops right off. I'm not cutting this loose. I'm using this knife just to use just a little pry here and there where I need it. Just to lift it. Yeah, we're pretty good there. Inside's pretty clean. Now, all I gotta do is take this side apart. Not a speck of dirt under that. It looks good. What I need to do now is take out the high and low chuck. Don't get that screwed up. Don't try to get the wrong one in the wrong hole. You'll hate that. You make dang sure you know which one's which. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you how to do it. I can look at them and tell, but maybe I shouldn't assume that. Okay. See, that's the low jet. It's got that little teat on it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blow through this with some brake parts cleaner. I make sure I can get fuel in. Yeah, we're doing good here. Been busy. I got a few days to spend out here, I know. I said tonight I got to put hay in. My horses will love me for that. But I'll tell you, if I don't do this right now, it won't get done. And I'll get in a hurry because I'm like a kid some days. And I want to make this run. I'm going to tell you something else. I got that test saw, that whole former saw that we did the good crank, good bottom end in, good piston. I got that barred up. And I'm getting ready to go cut with that. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but that's what I want it to be. But I know I got something else I got to take care of, but I think I got time. This is one of the carburetors that had locks on it, which it didn't belong on this particular saw, but somebody took it off another saw, and one of the later XPs. It's not an X-Torque carb. And they put it on this. Well, they took the locks off, and Well, they end up with pretty small screws, you know. Boy, don't let this stuff get in your eyes. I just kind of hold my hand over it. Yeah, that looks good. We're good to go. See, that was shorter, that little T does. That's hijack. That's how you know. Height looks good. I just put them back together in order. There we go. I got my screwdriver I normally use right up there, but this was handier, so I just grabbed it. Your gasket goes on the base of your carb. See that? The gasket's there on that. And then the metal disc goes against that, okay? There we go. That works. And all we gotta do is just put our screws in, and we're good to go. My poor fingers got where they don't like to hold nothing like this anymore. Just ever get my little Phillips. There we go. That right there, you'll never forget when you do that. I can't believe I did it right there in front of you, but I don't care. That little plate, if you got that backwards, you can't get that screw on. There we go. Now we're cooking the gas. Well, I tell you, these saws have been money makers for a lot of people. I've owned a couple of them myself. I generally, with these, would run them about a year and get into the second year, and I'd either trade them in or I'd sell them. Before I started having issues. They're just one of them kind of saws. And sometimes they just run forever. But just like anything else, most times not. These don't have to be real tight. Remember, all you're trying to do is see the gasket on the machine surface. Okay, so we got your carb done. That's good news. Let me roll your camera back up. And we'll look at that. 24, I can't tell you what, we're at 24 minutes. I can't believe it already. I get jack in my jaw, and that's what happens. Guys, once in a while, I do a world according to Ironhorse. I try so hard to be good when I do this, but I'm going to do another one today, right now. And I'll tell you why. It's because I can't believe how stupid some people are. I can't. I'm sorry. And it ain't you guys. You guys are great. You're awesome. You're what keeps me sane. Through all this stuff, you know what these young kids are, college-age kids, they're doing to their big cities. You know. I'm not going to, you just know. Well, I wasn't brought up that way, and I know you weren't either. But that's wrong. Destroying. Okay, now if you want to help one particular race or another, and you think that they really aren't getting what they got coming to them, you got to reserve the right to protest peacefully. You really do. Don't call what they're doing peaceful. It's a bunch of bull. I'll peacefully fight with you about that one. I'll tell you that right now. I've said it before. I'll tell you, the worst. I hate politics, and what's worse than that's politicians. They have their own agenda, and it's they cause crap. It's a. But we need them. We need them. You know, it's like the common cold. Probably the world wouldn't be right if we didn't have the common cold. You know, and no, not a virus. We don't need that. So anyway, I'm watching these young kids that their parents must have just plopped them in front of a TV and abandoned them. Go out there and they're wrecking stuff and burning buildings and cars, and they're making criminals martyrs. They're making criminals martyrs. And they're becoming criminals. They're terrorists, is what they are. In my eyes, you're a terrorist. I'm sorry. That's the way it is. Now, here's what's going on. All of a sudden, you get a bunch of white folk and black folk and yellow folk, and one thing, another says, enough's enough. We're tired of all this. So, they jump in their diesel four-wheel drive pickups with lift kits, and they put a friggin' president's flag and American flag, and so they got to run down through town. They're going to do that just to see if somebody will stop them this protest. No, sure enough. This stuff ain't funny, but I laughed about this one. Well, you know they got to run into them. So this really extremely heavy girl, I think, jumps up on the bumper of this truck and her friends hold her. And now you got a guy in the passenger side and two in the back side and a few in the back end, and they must have had a plan. Well, they sure did, because the minute that first guy, that girl gets right up over his hood, and they're trying to stop this truck, and it worked, they stopped him, and then they're getting swarmed by on this truck. And that dude throws that in reverse and lands on that throttle. And that girl come right off, unasked, right off that hood. Boom! Reminded me of a frickin' donut hitting blacktop. No, that ain't funny, but she had it coming. Do dumb shit, you're gonna get dumb things happen to you. That's the way it is. So the crowd sees that, they get all wild, they come running to the track. Next thing you know, they get friggin' pepper sprayed like crazy. So they're trying to wipe their eyes out. The ones that didn't get pepper spray come running. Well, the way broke, these trucks started moving, so these guys are trying to chase after them. Guys in the back of the truck, yeah, got paintball guns. Paintball guns. You know, them things hurt. I got hit by them. A paintball gun hurts. Do that. First thing, anybody that would watch this channel wouldn't go out there and protest. I already know that. I know it. But if you think you want to make something better, don't be the gasoline on the fire. Don't be out there with your weapons, because the other guy's got a weapon, you got a weapon, next thing you know it accelerates. Somebody getting shot. It ain't going to be me. I'm going to tell you that right now. No. Them days are gone for me. I don't want to get shot. And, but the paintball thing, yeah, I want to see both sides just get out there right in the middle of a 4-lane and go at each other with pepper spray and paintball guns. That's entertainment. That is good stuff. You know, I would be embarrassed to be out there in the middle of that street thinking I'm protesting and helping somebody and I'm acting like that. I would know to be embarrassed. Well, they're not. But I'm going to tell you what, when you jump out of a hood of a 4-wheel drive, you think about the mentality of the man behind you. Yeah, or in it. Yeah, is that guy got your back? I know that guy that's in that truck got your front. He's going to ask you. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Um, would you run in front of a locomotive? No, because it's bigger than you. See? I'll see you later. Thank you so much. Goodbye.